Hello, welcome to this particular session of our key levels. Welcome to this series. So we actually began this series for a long time now. It's been, I think, 2 months. It's 2 months already since we began the series on SLK, our SLK series, where I teach you the strategy that I trade, which is SLK, which is structure, liquidity, and key levels, and have been able to explain to you what structure is, what liquidity is, and we are currently on key levels, right? And the last time we discussed about key levels part 1, but in this particular video we'll be talking about disrespected key levels that have previously been that were previously disrespected, whether you will be able to use those particular key levels or not, right? So before we begin, I just want to tell you guys that I love you so much and thank you very much for everything you've been doing. Thank you for liking, for sharing, and also watching these videos, right? You know, these videos has been really helpful to people, right? So I just decided to do this out of the abundance of my heart, right? I'm just doing this from my heart. And I just want to say that if you actually have questions, right? If you have questions and you would like to reach out to me, I usually drop my Telegram channel link on the comment section, so you could click that link and you could reach out to me through my Telegram channel, right? So if you would like to reach out to me. So without any further delay, let's dive into disrespected key level, what we have for today, which is our topic, or which is titled disrespected key levels, right? So in our last session, our last video, we talked about the 3 types of key levels that we have, and I said we have A-shaped key level, we have V-shaped key levels, and lastly we have bullish and bearish open close key levels. I said A-shaped key levels are key levels that are used for sales until those key levels are proven otherwise. So whenever you see an A-shaped key level in the market, or you see price presenting to you an A-shaped key level, although there are other things you look out for, like your structure, right? You look out for the general structure, or what the structure is actually saying. You also look out for where liquidity is situated at. Are this liquidity close to these key levels, right? Because you want to use a key level that has liquidity. You don't want to use a key level that does not have liquidity, because if there's a saying that says that if you are not able to look for the liquidity, if you are not able to figure out where this liquidity is at, then you are most likely going to be used as the liquidity, right? So your ability to be able to know where the liquidity is in the market and which key level is carrying liquidity, or which key level is protected by liquidity, right? So this ability to be able to figure out where this liquidity at will give you an edge over the market, right? And overall, you need to understand bias, how you can build bias, right? So these stuffs that you look out for, these are the criteria you look out for before using a fresh key level or an unfresh key level that has been previously used or disrespected before, right? Are you getting it now, right? So an A-shaped key level, normally it's used for sales until it is proven otherwise, right? So, but I also explained to you what I mean by an A-shaped key level proven otherwise, right? So for example, we are actually expecting this A-shaped key level to sponsor sales in the market. We are expecting price to come to this level and what sponsor sales in the market. But what we saw price did was that price approached that particular key level. Price approached it in this format. Let's say price started buying, this is sell candle and a sell candle closed below here. So the next candle that came now opened at that particular level, and instead of this particular A-shaped key level to sponsor sales to the downside, it got disrespected to the upside. So that's what I mean by an A-shaped key level. Sorry, I'm trying to extend this particular right. So instead of this particular A-shaped key level to sponsor to be used as sales for this particular market pricing, right? So instead of this A-shaped key level to be used as sales, it got disrespected to the upside, right? So what you are now expecting from these is for this particular key level to be used for buys now. So you are no longer looking for sales in this particular area, because it was actually supposed to be used for sales, but now we have a full-bodied candle that has closed above this particular key level. So whenever you are expecting whether sales or buys at a particular key level, we don't care what this key level is, whether it could be an A-shaped key level, it could be a V-shaped key level, it could be an open close key level, whether bullish or bearish. So whenever you're expecting something to happen at that particular key level, then you see a full-bodied candle close above that key level, you could use that as a breakout, because this particular level is a level that you don't expect. You don't want to see price buy from there, right? Because normally, basically, it's supposed to be used for sales. But when it is proven otherwise, when it is broken and you see price close above with its full-bodied candle above that key level, then you should be expecting this same key level to now be used for what buys when you see liquidity present itself closer to this particular key level. So you've been looking at price taking out this liquidity, then sponsoring what buys to the upside. Most of the time, what we see at this particular key level is that we just see price break out from the key level and the next candle taps into it and it what flies to the upside, right? So it's not every time you see liquidity at this particular key level. Some of the time liquidity will not be presented, but most of the time when you go to you are interfacing between different time frames, right? You are interfacing with your time frames. So once you go down one time frame lower, most of the time you see that liquidity had already presented itself. Some of the time you see your breakout on the 1 hour time frame, then your breakout, once you get your breakout, you move to your 30 minutes time frame, then you will see liquidity presents itself, right? So that's how this particular stuff is used, right? So some of the time you are now expecting buys from this particular key level. What price will do is that it will not even buy from that key level, right? It will not buy from the key level. You now see price what disrespect the key level again. Maybe price has done its own thing. It opens, the new candle now opens at this particular key level. Then we see price disrespect this same key level again. Then let's say it closes at this level. So some of the time you see stops like this happen. What are you now expecting? You are no longer expecting this particular key level to buy or to push price to the upside. You are now expecting this same key level to be used as a key level for what sales. You are now expecting something like this at this level. You're expecting liquidity to be formed, then you're expecting price to what? Move to the downside or to just collapse to the downside. Are you getting it now? That's for the disrespected A-shape key level. Then for the V-shape key level, normally we know what a V-shape key level is used for. This thing is just as I explained for the A-shape key level, right? For the V-shape key level, you're expecting buys. A V-shape key level is a key level that is used for buys in the market. When it gets disrespected, I don't want this video to be long, right? So when this key level gets disrespected, you expect price to do the inverse of what you're expecting, right? So for instance, expecting buys, but what we got was a full-bodied candle closing below that key level. So what we saw was that price came down. So what we saw was that price came down from that particular key level and closed below it with a full-bodied candle. Price closed below it with a full-bodied candle. So you are now expecting price to sponsor sales from this level. You're expecting price to now sponsor sales from this particular level here. This V-shaped key level has been disrespected and we got a full-bodied candle closure below that particular key level. So this is now indicating our breakouts. It's now indicating that price has broken out to the downside instead of price sponsoring buys to the upside. We are now expecting sales, right? So in the same vein, once we see the next candle, that's why a candle actually rejecting is not enough. We are expecting price to what? Reject and close. Reject and close. Rejection and closure is very, very paramount. It's very, very important, right? So price closes below this level. Then if price actually now open at that level, then break above that level now, we are now expecting this same level to be used for buys now, because the first level, this same level was the level that was supposed to be used for sales. Price disrespected it to the downside. It was now supposed to be used. It's now what? Inverse. We are now using it for sales. Price now disrespect it to the upside again. So it doesn't matter how many times price has disrespected your A-shaped key level or your V-shaped key level, those key levels are still very, very important. They still hold value in the market. You could still use these particular levels for either buys or for sales. Are you getting it now? So most of the time, what we see is that you see multiple key levels in the market, right? We see multiple key levels. You are seeing this particular key level that has been disrespected multiple times. Then we are also seeing a key level, let's say at this particular level, right? So for you to be able to know the key level to use is that you need to understand liquidity. Liquidity is very, very important. Just as I said, a key level that has liquidity closer to it is going to be is a key level that price is going to use, because price is interested in one, taking out liquidity, attacking liquidity, and number two, rebalancing an old imbalance. Same thing for the open close key level. Same thing for the open close key level, right? You are expecting price to buy from this bullish open close, but what we saw was that price disrespected that open close key level to the downside. We get a full-bodied closure below this level. Then what we now expect is that this level is going to be used for what? Sales. We don't expect this key level to now be used for buys anymore. Once we get a full-bodied closure, a full-bodied candle closure, let's see something like this. We just saw price came back to this level and what? Disrespected to the downside. So we don't expect this key level to be used for sales. Same thing for this bearish open close. We're expecting the bearish open close to sponsor sales, but what we saw was that price closed above that key level, indicating a breakout, closed above it to the upside, indicating a breakout. So we are now expecting this particular key level to now be used for buys. In the same vein, once this same key level that has been disrespected, price closes below it, we now use this key level for what? Sales, right? Are you getting it now? So without any waste of time, let's go quickly to the charts. It's already 15 minutes gone. We're already 15 minutes gone, right? Okay, so this XAU USD, I'm going to show you some examples on XAU USD, then also show you some examples on, okay, I think this particular key level. All right, so this is the 4 hours time frame. I'm supposed to use the 1 hour time frame, but let's see. I'll interface between time frames, right? I'm going to interface between time frames, right? This is the 4 hours time frame on XAU USD. What do you see here? This is an A-shaped key level at this particular side here. This is an A-shaped key level, right? This is an A-shaped key level. Are you getting it now? That's an A-shaped key level. We got this full-bodied closure at this particular level, right? We got this full-bodied closure, full-bodied candle closure. Okay, you want to know whether it's an A-shaped key level? That's it, right? That's an A-shaped key level. So we got a full-bodied candle closure above that level. What did you see price do? Price came back to that level and used it for buys, right? Even though price did not actually, okay, let's see whether it actually touched it. Okay, price didn't use it, it didn't touch it, but that was the key level that price was supposed to use to sponsor buys to the upside. Oh, unfortunately price didn't mitigate it, right? So that was the key level that was supposed to sponsor all these buys to the upside. I think even price later came back, but it didn't still use that particular key level. See, it's just something like this. This is how it actually works, right? So once you see a key level disrespected, this key level was supposed to be used for sales, but we got a full-bodied candle closure above that key level, right? So we now expect that key level to sponsor buys to the upside. Do you get it now, right? So same thing at this level here, same thing at this level, but in this case, first of all, this particular A-shaped key level sponsored some little sales. You could see it, right? Let's check it. This is an A-shaped key level, right? So you could see that this particular key level sponsored some little sales in the market. Then what did you see price do? Price disrespected it with this particular, the first candle, this first candle right here, this first candle right here sponsored some little sales. This second candle right here disrespected it with a full-bodied candle. Then the third candle what came back, and what did you see price did from that particular level? We saw that this particular third candle sponsored some buys to the upside. This is literally how you use disrespected key levels. This is how you use disrespected key levels. And make sure you know that you are aligning all this stuff to bias, right? You're aligning all this stuff to bias. You could use disrespected key levels to build your bias, and you could use disrespected key levels for your entries, right? You could use them to build bias, and you could use them for your entries. I think I'm going to make a video on that, how you could use disrespected key levels to build bias and also use them for your entries, right? So we have something here also. but this particular one, it didn't get, price didn't mitigate it. Price didn't mitigate it. This is an A-shaped key level also that got disrespected. Okay, I'm coming. This is an A-shaped key level also. This is an A-shaped key level that got disrespected by this full-bodied candle, but price didn't use it, right? It was a missed entry. At first, it was a missed entry from this particular level there, right? This stuff is actually very, very repeatable. This is what I always say. This stuff are repeatable. So as I see different types of key levels, I'll just talk about it, right? So this is a bearish open close key level. This bearish open close key level is a key level that is to be used for sales, right? Is to be used for sales until it is proven otherwise, right? But in this case, instead of us expecting right, we are expecting sales from this key level, right? But what we saw was that price may have rejected. If we go to the lower time frame, you see how price rejected multiple times from this level, but we didn't get a closure below this level. What we saw was that price actually was closed above. Then what did you see? Price came back to what? Use this same key level that was supposed to be used for sales. Price now used it for buys, sponsored buys to the upside, right? Taking out external range liquidity, right? This stuff are repeatable stuff. What about this? This stuff are repeatable. So I just want to tell you that some of the time you could see multiple key levels, right? You would see multiple key levels. You also see that particular key level you want to use overlapping with another key level, just like in this case, right? You could see, first of all, we saw bearish, 2 consecutive candles to the downside created a bearish open close key level, right? This is a bearish open close key level. This bearish open close key level got disrespected by this candle, right? It got disrespected by this candle to the upside. We're now expecting price to buy from this particular bearish candle, but what we saw was that that same level was now disrespected to the downside again. Same thing, this bullish open close candle, we're supposed to expect buys from the candle, but this candle, this bearish candle, this particular bearish candle, what disrespected it to the downside and closed below. What did you see price do? Price came back to that particular open close key level. It was overlapping with this bearish candle, so price actually used that level to sponsor what? Little sales to the downside. Even though the sell wasn't massive enough, the sell still took out this particular low. It still took out this low, right? It wasn't a long sell, but it still sponsored some little sales to the downside, right? That's just it. That's it. So I could show you examples, repeated examples over and over again. You could see this level also. What do you see? Disrespected key levels, right? An A-shaped key level, although it sponsored some sales before, some little sales, price disrespected it multiple times. Then you could see price actually use that particular A-shape key level, disrespected A-shape key level, to sponsor massive sales, buys rather, to the upside. I could show you this stuff repeatedly over and over again. Bullish, disrespected, bullish open close, right? Supposed to be used for buys. Price disrespected it with this full bodied bearish candle to the downside. What did you see? Price came back to it, tapped, and sponsored some sales to the downside. I'll show you this stuff over and over again. See this level, although this same key level, this was an open close key level, disrespected, sponsors some little buys, disrespected multiple times, price still used it for buys. Multiple stuff. Show this over and over again. A-shaped key level that got disrespected multiple times, price used it. Could show you these things over and over again. So all you just have to do, it's an A-shaped key level that has been disrespected. You could also call this level a QMR level, right? A QMR level. I told you these disrespected key levels can be used to build bias, and number two, it can be used for your entries. So you could use it for your directional bias, and you could also use it for your entries, right? You could also use this for your entries. I'll probably make a video on that, explaining how you could use these disrespected key levels for both your entries and for your bias, right? Or do you see here A-shaped key level? A-shaped key level sponsored some buys to the upside. Disrespected A-shaped key level sponsored some buys to the upside. This stuff works. This stuff works. I'm just seeing so many examples on A-shaped key level, A-shaped key level. So you could also flip the chart and use this. You could flip the chart and use this. Let me flip the chart over. Let's see. Let me flip the chart over, right? So it's now a V-shaped key level. Same thing, right? Disrespected key level. This key level was disrespected multiple times. You could even see from the line chart that price broke below it, went up again, right? So this stuff is real. It actually works. You could see even liquidity presented itself close to this key level. So that's why I'm saying some of the time price will present liquidity, but if price does not present liquidity from that particular time frame you saw this key level on, move one time frame lower, you're going to see liquidity present itself. So most of the time I interface between my 1 hour, like for my entries, I interface between my 1 hour and my 30 minutes time frame. So if I don't see, once I see a breakout, a key level that has been disrespected, and I see a breakout above or below that key level, I just go to my 30 minutes time frame, and most of the time I'll see my liquidity at that same time frame, like at that time frame I moved to, right? So you just move a time frame lower, you're going to see your liquidity. Same things, just same stuff, right? V-shaped key level that was disrespected, right? Multiple times, sponsored sales. This stuff is very, very easy, right? So thank you very much for watching this particular video till this time, and please don't forget, make sure you like this video, share it to your loved ones, and also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, right? And if you have any question to ask me based on what we've been doing, right, based on what we've been learning, what I've been teaching you guys on SLK, if you have any question pertaining trading, structured liquidity, and key level, you could reach out to me on my Telegram, right? I'll drop a link, my Telegram link, on the comment section. Make sure you click on it, and also subscribe to my Telegram channel, and you could reach out to me from there, right? So I love you guys. Thank you very much for watching till this time. I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye guys.